Rusty penis.
Wait, what?
That is a horrible
I zoned out and then I hear rusty penis.
I'm going to put rusty penis in there somewhere in the podcast.
All right.
Just like whisper it, like ever so quietly.
Rusty penis.
Yeah.
Okay. And we will be starting in 3, 2, 1. And welcome to P3E Extra, where we bring in guests so that you don't always have to hear the same boring old voices all the time. So, my name's Angelo. I'm obviously one of the regulars on P3E, but let's...
The raging homosexual.
Yes.
He is not a raging homosexual. I am.
That's what he said.
And Garrett is here as well.
I'm Garrett.
So he's returning, and now let's introduce our guests. So guests, just say your name and a little bit about yourself.
I'm Mike. I'm the roommate who lives across the hall from these guys, so I'm happy to be on.
All right. Well, thank you. And this stranger over here.
Well, thank you, Angelo. I'm Ben. I'm Angelo's boyfriend, and he is part of the regular group, and I'm very excited to be here.
You sound super excited.
He can't contain himself. Look at him. He's
Shut
just like
up,
shaking.
Garrett. I'm not shaking. I'm just like hyper. It's 10:30 at night.
So, anyways, this podcast was just made like very spur of the moment. Like just one time, Angelo was here, was bored. He was like thinking of stuff to do, and I just threw out the idea. We should do a podcast.
There's a correction to that, people. He said if he didn't do anything physical, he'll fall asleep. So his idea of doing something physical is sitting at this table doing a friggin' podcast.
Aside from watching the Titanic,
It's physical in the fact that it exercises my brain.
God
So
knows your brain has to be exercised.
you basically just said Titanic was not exercising your brain. You just dissed Ben's favorite movie.
I've never seen it, so I cannot give an accurate review.
We'll need to watch Titanic later.
Spoiler alert: they all drown.
Spoiler alert: Rusty penis.
No, you. Oh my god, you just ruined it.
Okay.
I have like 10
So
of them.
for the people listening who are wondering what that's about and wondering if Ben has Tourette's, we had previously talked about just giving everyone catchphrases, and that was one of the potential ones Ben threw out.
It's just something retarded I like to say.
Interesting.
Throughout this podcast, ladies and gentlemen, there will be lots of retarded things coming out of my mouth. So just be prepared. That's all I have to say.
So, Mike, if you come up with any ideas for your catchphrase, we're going to come back to you for that. Come back, okay.
Okay, so what are we going to talk about here?
So let's, what do we want to talk about?
I have nothing to talk about. Oh, wait a minute. My phone's vibrating.
Oh, well, that's great. Oh, yeah, let's talk about how,
I'll be right back.
Amanda
Is
did
that
not
Amanda?
did not answer you.
Oh, well,
Well, Garrett's gone now, so let's find articles to talk about. So we're not just.
I have something pulled up here.
Oh, you do? Oh, good. You're
So,
the only one
who
prepared
is all
right now.
hyped up about Hurricane Sandy? I know I'm pretty friggin' excited. Just because I want some rain and I want some power outages and... Yeah, so I'm on WBALTV.com and it says Hurricane Sandy poised to cause significant flooding in Maryland, and apparently we're under a state of emergency, and BG&E anticipates widespread outages. Well, BG&E
Oh my God.
sucks, period. So...
Oh my God. It's going to be the biggest storm of the century.
Oh my God. No, it's not. But anyway, Sandy is projected to make landfall Monday here in Maryland. So, everybody, have your ark built, because apparently it's going to be the storm of the century. Oh, by the way, if you need toilet paper and water, you're fucked, because the stores are cleared out. But Beltway Liquors in Parkville has a traffic director and liquor by the gallon, so go get liquored up, bitches.
So this just in, folks. If you want water, you're SOL. But if you want booze, you're good to go.
If you want water, you could just step outside.
That's true. It's not raining
hold the
yet,
bucket
but
up, but-
I guess it'll be raining soon. So yeah, Baltimore County schools already announced they'll be closed Monday, and Delaware schools, I think all of Delaware, has determined that Monday and Tuesday they'll
I
be
think
closed.
that was false.
As of now, UMBC has said nothing. As of the recording of this podcast, they've said nothing about closings or anything like that. They only sent this one hurricane advisory email, like, just be careful. And it's like,
Excuse me,
thanks so
but
much.
no. There's been a correction with the news that BCPS is open Monday. It
is.
It was a mistake. It's Stevenson University that's closed.
Really? Interesting.
Yes.
They changed.
So
Wow, they
Fox
went
45, WBAL, and WMAR all reported that wrong. So Baltimore County kids,
You're screwed.
That shows how great our news system is here. That they all three reported
Oh wait, we're talking about the hurricane?
exactly.
God,
Ben got it in.
Why?
Ben got it in.
Why?
Garrett,
Not the hurricane.
It's gonna be so out of. It's gonna be so out
it's
of
gonna
date
be
when
like
it gets
whatever.
Click away from this video.
Just click away.
So just hang up now.
Save yourself now from this. Okay. Anyway,
Moving on.
moving on. I saw something about Christian Bale in here. So.
What was that?
Let's
What was
read
that
about
video
that.
you were watching on Funny Condom Ads too?
Oh yeah. Okay. So there's this one site. Supposedly they look around for like pop culture and advertising that's interesting, and they were the funniest condom ads out there. And I think two of the best ones was one where the guy basically his dick is a genius, and it shows different scenes of like. One is where he pulls down his pants and then he writes the answer to a complicated math problem with his penis. And then another one, he defuses a bomb with his penis. And then the final shot is a girl putting a condom on his dick. That his dick had handed to her originally, the condom. Because, it's smart, but it can't put on its own condom. And it says, smart dicks, you wear condoms. And that was that. And
That's,
obviously it's not an American ad because they would not let that run in the States.
Yeah. Good old U.S. censorship.
Yes. Should we talk about censorship? Because this brings up a great point on my continuing tirade on censorship.
Oh God, here we go.
Oh my goodness. Well, since you already seem so passionate about it, why not?
Well, okay, let me get your guys' opinion. Like, have you felt affected by American censorship, or you guys just don't care?
I just really don't care because, I mean, there are enough outlets on the internet to get more uncensored information if I'm out there, or if
Yeah,
I'm
sure.
looking for it, but I don't know, it just never seemed like a significant enough issue for me.
Interesting. How about you, Ben?
Okay, so I have an example here. My mom and I were listening to the radio the other morning, and they bleep out shit, but they'll keep the word fuck on.
Wait, what radio station are you listening to?
106.5.
They did not. I guarantee they did
Well,
not.
one
keep
of the
the
two.
word
It was either
on.
fuck or shit. One of the two.
Well-
One of the two they didn't bleep out. Like,
I assume it would be shit.
probably, whatever. Either or. But it gets on my nerves because they'll bleep out some words, but not the other.
Well, fuck is considered the mother of all bad words.
What is so wrong with fuck?
Well, exactly. That's what we're going with. But I mean, if you think of the hierarchy of bad words, it's probably shit. It's fuck, asshole. Then it probably goes
Cunt.
shit. Oh well, cunt's probably right up
Cunt's
there with
all
fuck.
the way up
Please
there.
don't bring up
Yeah.
that word.
Well, it depends on the context of cunt. Like if it's referring to a female, then it's worse, almost worse than fuck.
Well, how
But
else
if
would you
it's-
use like cunt is
Well,
vagina?
sometimes you can say like you can be like, you can jokingly call a man a cunt, and then that's not that bad. But I mean, if you're calling a female the C word, I don't even reference it like that. If you're calling a female that, it's really bad. They don't like that.
That's pretty much. That's all
but
the way up there.
anyway,
I'm
I
pretty
know
sure
when my
not
brother
British
tried to
people-
call my mom that, she just reached around and swatted him one.
what were we going to
I'm pretty sure British people call each other cunts just as like a term of endearment too.
Yeah.
That's funny. See, that's the thing. Like, you bring up a valid point. In that, like, in the UK, it's kind of like they don't really care. Like, I mean, if you've ever watched British TV, like Skins or any of the other shows that have come over here over a while, not the Americanized version, of course, but the actual
The
UK
Americanized
version.
was good because it was sexy.
Well, then you never watched the UK version because UK Skins is so much sexier than.
I've
They're
heard
all
that.
sexy, but whatever.
Anyway, but yeah, they're very open about that stuff, especially about sexual things, and surprisingly not as violent. Like Being Human's kind of violent, but a lot of the shows are maybe even a little less violent than American shows. So I guess it kind of shows what each culture maybe is more okay with. Like it's kind of odd that American shows are okay. Oh, you can show gore and stuff, but if you show that sex happening, that's a
This
little
kind of
too
goes towards
embarrassing.
I just don't understand. Like people like parenting groups always bring up the fact that it's gonna like poison our children, but I mean that shouldn't be left up to the TV station to take action. It's like that's all about the parenting.
Exactly. That's what.
It's the same thing with like if you buy your kids M-rated games, that's all on you. I don't know, just doesn't. I think just parents are stupid and they just don't want to take care of their children.
I think it needs to be brought up. I mean, not telling your kids about bad things and waiting on it, it's stupid. I mean, just tell them like it is and get on with life.
Yeah, you can't pretend that it doesn't happen.
Yeah. And I feel like it kind of just deals, or it has to deal with, like, the foundation on which America's built on, because it's, like, we're definitely kind of diverging away from that now, but we're definitely, like, we've got a religious background, so that's...
Totally.
Because, I remember looking on Reddit a while back, and there was a topic saying how, like, it was asking people from other cultures about American culture and what they thought was weird about it. And there was, I forgot how high it was rated, but it was pretty high. I think it was a Japanese poster, and he was saying about, he just doesn't get why we put so much stigma and significance behind nudity. Because, like, at least over there, it seems like it's just nudity, and it doesn't necessarily have to be sexual.
Interesting. That is another point of the anti-censorship rule, is that it's not always, like you said, it's just it's just bodies.
Right.
That's all it is. And actually, in one part of California, I hate to say it, but I don't remember where it is. You can actually be naked as long as your penis is not erect. Basically, is the one thing. As soon as it's erect, then it's
San
legal.
Francisco.
But it is some
Possibly.
part. It's part of San Francisco, but it's like only a certain area, like one
Like
district.
a suburb?
Yeah. Well, no, it's part of the city, but it's like one area of it. I'm not sure
Hold
what.
on, we have Mike looking it up.
Thank you, Mike. Thank you for fact checking me. But it's like one area, and you're allowed to be naked as long as you're not like aroused, I guess would be.
It's just funny.
But-
As soon as it gets aroused.
But can women walk around with their
waving the flag.
boobs and
Yeah,
vagina hanging out?
You can walk around
Unless
topless. and
unless
everything.
you have an erect vagina.
I
don't
guess.
think it's gonna.
But
But
that's
they
hard
can
to
run
determine.
around with their nipples and everything hard, and we walk around
Well,
with an erect
no,
penis.
but I mean, it's a little different when your
Hard
penis is, erect. Like that's a little different.
Let's bring
But-
up
and
hard
actually,
nipples
one,
for a second
Their
here.
The-
headlights are running. I mean, their headlights run in the freaking frozen food section at the grocery store.
The reason
Is that
I was
something you can control,
I was
though?
bringing that up
I
is
mean-
actually a group filmed a video in that area, and they got naked and just to show that it was okay. And it was funny too because the people walking by didn't even care. Like it didn't stun them at all. And
It wouldn't. I mean,
was
I'd
just
I'd look for like a split second, and then I would just go on my usual day because it's just a naked body.
Yeah, and I've looked it up on Wikipedia, and it looks like a lot of San Francisco's like that. But,
Really?
It looks like it mostly started at Sangario Beach, which is like it's a beach 20 miles south of San Francisco, and it was the first nude beach for America.
Interesting.
Ooh, nude beach.
Good.
Angelo, let's go to the nude beach.
Yes. But you always have to worry about there's going to be a lot of older people there too. That's the only thing.
Ugh,
Yeah.
the men's choir checks me out already with old people. Ugh.
For people who don't know, what is the men's choir that you were talking about?
Oh, I don't wish to give names. Just
No, not names. Just the general. What's the group?
I'm drawing a blank here. The New Wave Singers.
The New Wave Singers. Yes, it's a all gay group.
It's the gay men's chorus. of
Yes,
Maryland.
so it's pretty interesting and it's pretty diverse, or
I've-
not
I've-
really diverse. It's
I've
one
played for them
minority
and-
group.
checked it out, and being, I guess what do they call me, Angelo?
Are you referring to a twink?
Yes, thank you. They eat me alive.
I see. Well, anyway, now that it's become the Ben show, all about Ben.
That's the name of this episode. All about Ben.
All about Ben.
Oh, the mysteries of myself.
I'm just gonna have I'm just gonna have your head spinning around
That's,
for
no.
30 minutes.
Yes. Anyway, so
Ooh, Channing Tatum.
do you want to bring up? Is it
Let's
a
not bring up
story
Channing Tatum.
or
There's
is
nothing
it?
to there's nothing to bring up.
I'm just
with
sitting here on my
Channing Tatum.
computer listening to everybody, so you all just
okay.
continue.
All right. For a show all about Ben, Ben doesn't really talk that much.
This is not all about Ben, thank you. Whores.
So, let's talk about how annoying Ben is.
Let's talk about how much we hate Ben.
Let's talk about how Garrett's
A what? What? Say it.
Say
Say it. I dare you.
a fucking twat.
Oh my!
Oh snap, dude! I'm so offended.
I think
I love you, Garrett.
you're the first person to say twat on this podcast. You've ruined the integrity of the podcast. We've talked about masturbation, but you've thrown out the integrity with that.
Well, whatever. I'm
With
just
that.
using words.
Anyway, so let's ask our guest questions, Garrett. Just that should be fun.
Okay.
Do you have a question?
I don't have. Do you have a question?
Mike,
Yeah.
if you were trapped on a desert island, and you had to kill off a whole species of birds in order to make a raft to get off said island, what species of bird would you be okay with killing to get off of said raft?
What the?
I think I would choose what kind of question is that bird?
Oh, damn. Never heard of that type of bird.
It's rare. It's only found in the South Amazon forest.
Yeah,
Wasn't that chopped down just last year?
I don't know. We can make a raft out of Angelo's chest hair.
Anyway, answer the question, Mike.
So every bird would have to die.
Every single bird in that species.
I don't hate birds enough to do that.
So you would rather die than
Life or death,
kill off a group
bitch.
of birds?
Just pick like a big one. Pick like an ostrich. So you only have to use like 3 of them.
But then they'd still all have to die.
So you're just rafting away, and there's just a giant pile of
I don't know.
ostriches as you're swimming away.
Can I just reclassify mosquitoes as birds and just use those?
Okay. I'd say pigeons because I fucking hate. Yeah, pigeons are
They
kind of
poop all over my car.
How do you turn that into a raft, though?
And that's not the point. The point is it's basically what species of birds do you hate the most? Is what it's supposed to turn into.
Oh.
Thanks for ruining the joke.
Oh
Garrett.
my god.
Anyway, so all right, Garrett. I asked a question to Mike. You got to ask a question to Ben.
Ben,
Yes, Garrett.
why do you suck so much?
What the fuck are you talking about?
That's a good question.
I do not suck.
Okay, defend yourself. Why don't you suck?
Because I'm a nice person.
Aw. Okay, we need more.
He's won over.
We need valid points.
I
Some
come down
facts.
here and I drive you places, and we have fun.
We do have fun.
Yeah,
We have
yeah,
loads of
yeah.
fun, so I don't suck.
Back to asking questions. So, Mike, what's your favorite movie? Easy question.
Probably have to go with Pulp Fiction.
Oh, really?
No way.
Pulp Fiction.
Good.
Oh,
Okay.
Quentin Tarantino.
Which character, not the actor, but which actual character, would you have sex with?
Whichever one was played by Uma Thurman.
That'd be Mia Wallace.
Yeah.
Now you have to contend with Marcellus Wallace, though, if you sleep with her, though. So that's true. You got to think about that. I'd have to say, maybe Butch, although he's kind of old in the movie, but he is a wrestler. So not a wrestler, a boxer. Still, maybe.
I
don't
wouldn't have sex with any of them. They're all ugly.
Really? Not even John Travolta's character?
Ugh.
No. Doesn't do anything for you. All right, Garrett, what's your favorite movie?
My favorite movie?
Yes.
Oh god, that's a good question. I always come back to The Dark Knight. I don't know why.
All right, which of those characters would you have sex with?
Which of those characters?
Yes.
Out of the whole trilogy, or just out of that movie? Because there's not many female characters.
I'll
There's
give you the
Maggie-
trilogy.
There's
I'll give you
Maggie
the trilogy.
Gyllenhaal, and she's like.
Which one is she?
She's
Is she the one that plays Rachel?
She's Rachel.
Oh,
In the
is
second
she
one.
related to Jake Gyllenhaal, or just she just
I
having
think
sex
so.
with
I mean,
Leslie?
I don't think Gyllenhaal's a very
That's
common
true.
name.
Here, let me look that up. Anyway,
I'm pretty sure.
anyway,
I can't think of any of the other female characters in The Dark Knight. I mean,
oh,
The
there's
Dark Knight-
what's
Oh,
the
so
one?
I'd like to give a shout out to Jesse Bosley right now. Apparently, it's such a beautiful night for singing alone under the stars. Jesse, I love you, bro.
Yeah, she is related to Jake Gyllenhaal.
So yeah, I wouldn't. But there's no other female characters in that movie.
So that's it. Well, you're limiting yourself then.
I am limiting myself because I'm a heterosexual.
I definitely would say Heath Ledger in that one.
You would bang the Joker.
I would actually. I would bang
He'd
the Joker.
stick like razor
He
blades
would-
on his dick.
He would kill me, but it would be an interesting experience. Or maybe if I got out
Interesting?
alive.
More
If I got out alive, I
mortifying.
mean that's like the story. It's like, hey man, I fucked the Joker. Like I mean, no one can top that.
People would isolate you.
But no one could top that. Like if you're doing one-up stories, like that ends the
You
one-up.
got fucked by the Joker.
I feel like with the Joker.
Wait, why would I get fucked by the Joker? I'm definitely going to be the top in that situation.
Are you? I don't know. I wouldn't stick my in certain orifices of the Joker. You don't know what he's hiding.
That's true.
What if he's got like a?
All he had in there
Wrapped in-
were knives and pocket lint. That's actually a reference to one of the lines. But anyway,
Okay, but what I was gonna say was, you know the pencil trick he does in The Dark Knight.
yeah.
I feel like he just do that with the penis.
Oh my god.
Oh, that's good. That's good. But just to say, I can go outside of my sexual realm, and I would say I would definitely do what's her face from Easy A. Emma
Stone.
Emma Stone, because first of all, she's a redhead. Not a natural redhead though; she's a natural blonde. But I think she looks better as a redhead. And also, she's actually very funny and very attractive, just like Mila Kunis. I would also fuck Mila Kunis.
Too bad you're gay.
Yes, and Amy Lee from Evanescence.
Let's talk about recent movies. What movies have we seen recently?
Looper.
We've seen
Looper was
Have you
amazing.
seen Looper, Mike?
No, I haven't.
Oh, you gotta see Looper. It was really
We've
good.
wanted to talk about Looper.
We have,
but Chris
hasn't
seen Looper, and he will not go and see Looper.
Why?
Because he doesn't have money.
Oh, that's right. See, that's
Do we need to
limits.
start a collection fund for Chris to just go see Looper?
Yeah, just so we can talk about it on the podcast.
Please donate to our PayPal so that we can take Chris.
If you
To
just
the
so you
movies.
can hear us talk about Looper.
Is
We
Looper still-
take cash, checks,
that's
and
worth
PayPal,
it, right?
Is Looper
but-
still playing?
No IOUs.
Yeah, I think so. If anything, we can get it on DVD, I guess. So yeah, get us at least $1 for Redbox to rent Looper.
I have a
out of
PayPal
the
account.
Yeah, and so yeah, you only have to donate like 25 cents, and we only need 4 people to donate 25 cents, and then we're good to go.
I think you could do that. You can just donate 25 cents.
You
I
can't
feel like
do
there's
that?
a.
You can't?
I feel like there's a minimum
There's a
of
minimum?
like a.
Yeah.
How what's
You
the
can't just
minimum?
donate 25 cents. That's like.
$1. Start at $1.
If the dollar, well, yeah, then we can have it for multiple nights. So that's
Yeah.
where your money's going to.
Pretty sure PayPal has like a processing fee that it applies to it.
Ah,
so
fuck.
anything below a certain threshold will just go entirely to
zero.
PayPal. Yeah.
Oh man, that sucks.
I have to look at it, but I use PayPal frequently, so it doesn't. What I have to take a look at it, but
Yeah.
I don't think. I think Mike is right.
Or if you're on campus, you can just give one of us 25 cents and put it in our hand. And
I'm always
And we're
whoring
good.
around town, so I can always deliver the money to the boys.
so
Ben
if
strolling
you,
street corners.
if you see us around town, just throw money at us. You can literally throw it at us. We'll be okay with that. Except I don't know about Mike. I can't speak for Mike. Would you be okay if someone threw small change at you?
Probably.
Yeah, but you have to shout like good positive feedback about P3E in order to do that, though. Like you have to be like, "That show is amazing," and then then you can throw the change.
I would just take the change. I wouldn't care what they said. They could call me like a loser and throw a quarter. I would take the quarters. Yeah.
All right, so you can call Garrett a loser, but
None
you
of
know,
us.
our psyches are too
Fragile.
fragile. Yes. Anyway, so going back to movies, what other recent movies have we seen that we can all talk about?
I don't know.
Shining.
That's not recent. We've recently seen it, but that doesn't make it recent.
Still, it's still good.
It is a good movie. Actually, have
You
you guys seen
gotta,
that?
you gotta put the
Shining?
mic like all
Yeah,
the way
what are you
in.
doing?
You gotta push it.
I'm playing
What is
around
wrong
my
with
phone.
you?
Shut up, Garrett. It's why because you don't buy high quality shit.
I bought all of this.
Yeah, he bought
These are
everything.
my mics.
Except for the hub. The hub is Chris.
Except for the hub. I bought all the stands. I was the one that pushed for this. And you're
It's
just
true.
poo-pooing
It's
on
true.
all of my,
He did push
all my
for it.
work.
So anyway, Mike, have you seen any movies recently?
Actually, no. I really haven't seen any movies since like the Avengers.
Wow,
Yeah.
it's a long time.
What about, do you have a Netflix? Have you been watching anything?
I mean, I do have a Netflix, but I really haven't been using it recently. Like,
Okay.
I think the last movie I saw on it was Jiro Dreams of Sushi.
What about, like, TV shows?
I mean, yeah, I watched a few episodes of TV, but as far as movies go, I haven't watched much of anything.
None of you guys watch American Horror Story, so...
I watched it last night with you
that's
guys.
right. What'd you think?
It's creepy. It's creepy, but in, like, a good... I liked all the camera angles that they had.
Isn't it? The cinematography is definitely
It's very
interesting.
top-notch.
I like it for that. Like, it's not really scary, per se, but it is... It, like, gives
It's
you that...
eerie.
Yeah. Which I like. I think you'd like Season 1. Season 1 was really
Where was Season 1 held?
Season 1 was in a house. Like, it wasn't in the asylum. It has some similar... Like, the actors are the same, but they have different roles, which I thought was really cool.
Okay.
So, yeah, definitely check out Season 1.
What happened at the beginning? Like, when...
Okay, well,
Adam
you
was-
didn't see the first episode, so that's why you were confused about that. So, them two were going on, like... That was their honeymoon, and they... So, the one girl's, like, a freak. She's, like, a horror, like, nerd. So she was like, oh, it gets me off when I go to, like, these scary places. So they're going on a cross-country trip through, like, scary places. So they were going to do it in the asylum that had been closed down. So it's like a flashback. So that's in the present, 2012. But then everything that's happening is in 1967.
And then Adam Levine gets stabbed.
He does. He loses his arm and then gets stabbed in the second episode.
That sucks.
Oh,
well.
So, yeah, Adam Levine, he will be missed
No, he
for...
won't.
his half-decent acting and 5 good songs, I
Subpar
guess.
singing.
Hey, he's a pretty good singer. He definitely has a unique voice.
I'll give you unique, but
It's interesting.
Is it intriguing? No.
I don't know. I like some of the backtracks. Again, you always got to look at backtracks for music.
What?
Maroon 5 backtracks are pretty cool. Dude.
This coming from the last podcast where you were saying you got to focus on the vocals.
Yeah, but I'm saying backtrack. No. I meant like backtracks
Focusing
on the album.
on the vocals.
Yeah, this guy likes to focus on the vocals.
If the music sucks, forget about it.
I didn't mean backtracks of the song. I meant backtracks of the album. Like, you know, the tracks that you don't see, the deep tracks, I should say.
Okay.
Of the album. I didn't mean the background.
I was just going to say, because that completely contradicts
No,
what you were saying.
I'm sorry. I
last
used the
time.
wrong term. I meant the tracks that aren't the same.
Lesser than known.
Yeah, they're
lesser
called
known.
backtracks. That's what they're called.
Oh. All right, fine.
Anyway.
Jeez.
So, I'm sorry.
Got some tension here.
The deep cuts. Anyway, so back to American Horror Story. I like all the actors. They're very strong in there. And the new season's actually turning out really well. So definitely check that out. It's surprising. I don't meet a lot of people that watch it. So I'm like, how are people missing this awesome show that's out there?
Because they're watching stupid shows.
And funny story.
Like Jersey Shore.
Yeah, like that stuff. It's like this show is unique because, first of all, it's horror in a TV show format, which I don't think ever has been done before on a constant basis. Like shows have done.
I'm sure it's
shows
been
have done scary. Well, I guess you could say Twilight Zone and Alfred Hitchcock had a show out for a while, but that wasn't even hard. That was like suspense shows. Like this is truly trying to go out for like scary. And I think other shows that have been on there were trying to do it as like parody, but this is doing it to really try to be creepy and scary and stuff.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I just looked up the highest rated horror TV series with at least 1,000 votes on IMDb. And the first entry is called Silverfang, and the synopsis is: an orphan puppy is destined to defend his people against a monstrous bear.
What channel did that air on?
It's from 1986.
Well, I stand corrected.
Okay.
An orphaned puppy.
Is destined to defend his people against a monstrous bear.
I must watch this show now.
That's fucking awesome.
That sounds amazing.
How do you even like that? That has to be like a stoner idea. Like dude, you know what would be a great idea?
Oh my God, what?
If we make a show. It's a puppy. He lost his parents. He's a superhero puppy. He's got to fight off this bear. That's it, bear. And we make a TV show about it. It's just like, how do people come up with that?
I don't
drugs
know.
You're smoking, I want some of it.
I don't know. Anyway, so American Horror Story, check it out. So, any other TV shows that you guys like? I'm the TV show watcher here. I think.
You're heavy on the
Teen
Netflix
Wolf.
all the time.
I love Teen Wolf.
I like Teen Wolf too, but they do their seasons in the summertime, so there's not much to talk about it now. Although, what do you think? So now Jackson's a regular werewolf like the other people. So how do you think that's going to affect the show, Ben?
I don't know. I think we need to watch it and see what happens.
Who's your favorite character?
Oh my gosh, Jackson. He is so sexy.
I like Danny too because he's actually developing as a character now. Like,
Danny's
he's not
finally
just a
developing, but Jackson.
And I love how Danny and Jackson are best friends. And you wouldn't think that they'd be best friends, but they are. They're like really close.
Jackson and I'll have to say the main character, Tyler Posey, too.
Tyler Posey's, yeah.
Tyler Posey, but Tyler, honey, you have got to start shaving that face.
I know he's grown out the goatee now, and it's like, not working. You gotta.
Garrett, do you watch any TV shows like on a
I
regular?
do. On Netflix, I watch. I'm very nostalgic. I've been in a nostalgic mood, so I've been watching all these shows that I've watched since sixth grade.
If you could pick one show that you've really, really been watching the most, what have you been watching?
Code Lyoko. Anyone? Code
Yeah, I
Lyoko?
used to watch that.
Oh my god. I'm trying to get through the first season, and it is just painful because every episode is like the same format. Something goes wrong. Xana's like, uh-oh, Xana's launched an attack, and it's just like really stupid. And the first season, there's no plot development. They made it so that you straight up can go into any episode and not be confused whatsoever. And apparently, the only plot development happens in the season 1 finale, which sucks.
But then didn't they add more story in season 2?
They did. They added more stories. They added more story development in season 2 and 3 and 4.
Well, because they got to get Aelita out of the machine.
Yeah.
That's basically the primary point. Am I getting that right?
Pretty much. Get Aelita out. Get rid of Xana.
And that's from I remember years ago, I just watched like 1 or 2 episodes because they came on before Totally Spies, and that's the only reason why I watched them.
I'm also occasionally I will watch some Totally Spies.
And I'm not gonna lie, Totally Spies doesn't have a lot of plot development either, but that is also
Not a
good
lot.
show.
It has no plot.
There
development.
is no plot development.
There's no plot development.
But I love Actually, Ben, have you ever seen Totally Spies?
I actually haven't.
You haven't.
You
You'd
haven't seen
love
Totally
that.
Spies?
Ben would love that show. We're gonna have to show that. We might have to make a reaction video of Ben watching Totally Spies for the first time.
Surprisingly enough, the demographic for Totally Spies is 50-50 for gender.
Yes, it seems
Half
like it's a
men,
girl-centered
half
show, but it definitely gets both. And I can understand that. I like Totally Spies.
It must have been like in between 2 shows that guys would like to watch.
I'll be honest, the past couple of months, I really haven't been watching much TV. I've kind of just been using my computer and practicing up a storm. And
Oh, well, that's good. Okay, so Mike, do you... Oh, wait, we already talked about you watch stuff on Netflix, but not a lot.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, the only TV show that I watch on a semi-regular basis is Adventure Time, so...
Oh,
my
yeah, high five.
God.
Did you... I've been behind, but these two almost fell asleep while we were watching Adventure Time, which I was like, how do you do that?
Because I was there for like 4 hours watching TV, and it's like after a while, TV it all becomes mind numbing.
I
thought you were
love
gonna fall
TV,
asleep.
and
I
I was
almost
catching
did.
up. Well, see, I have to have these marathons because the DVR's at my house, so I don't get to see it a lot. So I have to catch up.
Adventure
on my
Time's
shows.
not on
sister was
Netflix?
chatting me on Facebook.
Not the new episodes. I think they have. Do they have some episodes on Netflix?
I think so.
I think they have some of season 1, but like the new episodes aren't on there. So yeah, maybe I can go on the Cartoon Network website and see if they
What
have
about
it.
Hulu Plus?
Hulu might have them, but I don't know. I don't think Cartoon Network goes through Hulu. It might be on their website though. Anyway, we'll figure it out. But I was watching the one where Marceline tries to help the Ice King try to make a song.
Oh, yeah.
That was weird. Like I didn't get through it all the way, but that was interesting.
Is the Ice King? Is that the guy that has the same voice as like SpongeBob? Because they sound literally like the same character.
It's possible. I don't know all the voice actors yet for Adventure
The
Time.
Ice King sounds like he has the same voice as SpongeBob.
It's possible, because I think, didn't they get some of the people from SpongeBob to work on Adventure Time?
You're the Adventure Time expert.
I don't know that much about the backstory of the show. I just know, and it's weird because they air the episodes out of chronological order, which is interesting, I think. Because then you have to piece together the story a little bit.
Oh, that's odd. Yeah.
Yeah, like they actually air them out of like the new episodes.
So it's like it could be episode 1 and then episode 7.
Yeah,
and episode
like
3.
well, it's not really number. It's just they air episodes, and you can tell there's a story behind it, but you may not have gotten the full story, and then you'll get it in another episode like 2 weeks later, which actually I think is kind of interesting, but sometimes hard to follow.
In a good way, yeah.
And I don't know. I'm kind of surprised that Adventure Time's gotten away with a lot of stuff it has, because I mean, have you seen the Princess Cookie episode?
Yes, I did.
Yeah, so I mean, it was really surprising, actually, kind of refreshing too, just to see like support for like transgender people just in a Kiss cartoon show.
Yeah, they tackle actually a lot of really heavy duty issues, like with the one where Princess Rainicorn was actually pregnant.
Oh yeah.
And they tackled that really well. They do a lot of adult issues on there, actually, and it was surprising. Like, they actually made a S&M joke in the Ice King one. It's like, oh, this is kind of interesting, being all tied up. So, I think that's what they're trying to do. They're trying to push the boundary.
Just try to get as much out of the way before they get canceled.
Yes! Get it out there. But yeah, I think a lot of kids like it too, and a lot of older people like it.
Yeah.
It's kind of like My Little Pony. It's actually gained a large older person fan base as well.
Yeah.
Although that I don't understand.
My Little Pony. What? I'm a semi-Bernie. I'm not like, I guess you could say I'm a pseudo-Bernie, because I'm not really like hardcore, like, more MLP. But I have watched a few episodes, and I can kind of, like, I mean, it's enjoyable. Like, if you actually watch the show.
I watched one episode when I was a little kid. I was like, this is dumb.
Well, is that Friendship is Magic, or was that the original series? It probably wasn't Friendship is Magic. See, the one that that Bronies like is Friendship is Magic, which is much better animated and actually has some storylines behind it.
Because isn't Friendship is Magic put together by the either, I don't know what the relationship is, but I think it's the wife of I can't pronounce his last name, but the guy behind like Dexter and Samurai Jack and stuff like that.
I think so, but I don't want to say that 100%. But it's a different, like, they had a different creative mind. So it's not just a show to sell toys, basically. The original My Little Pony was just there to sell the toys, but now this one's actually fleshed out as an actual show. Not to say that there's a lot of plot development, but each one has a moral. It's one of those shows where it's kind of like a fable where it has a moral at the end. But the characters actually are pretty well fleshed out as separate characters. Now, they each have one character trait that kind of defines them, but they're really interesting characters, and I can see how people relate to them, I guess, is the thing. So, yeah.
Okay.
I don't know. It's an interesting show.
This is coming from a semi-Brony fan. I can't wait to hear
if we got a real Brony in here, they'd be like defending it to the neck. Bronies get a little intense, and they're also Brony culture has become slightly homophobic, and not in a bad way, but slightly, because everybody says, "Oh, well, you must be gay if you like that show." So they lash back at that by saying, "Oh no, we're." Some of them like get a little defensive, and it can come off sometimes as homophobic, but it's just because they're picked on for liking the show, so they go to the extreme of dissing the stereotype, I guess you could say. But so not almost no Bronies are gay, or there are some gay Bronies, I assume, like myself, but not as many as you'd think, I guess is the way to say it.
I've never seen you watch an episode of My Little Pony.
Oh my gosh, we watched it over the summer.
Yeah,
all the time.
I watched it over the summer because it was on Netflix.
All right,
but
so moving on. What
else? What do you want to talk about, Ben?
I don't know.
Did we all run out of things to talk
I think
about?
we've run. Okay, so I guess let's wrap it up. We don't want to just drag it on for the sake of time.
Yeah.
Oh, wait a minute.
Um,
Election comes up on November
6th.
Vote question 6, ladies and gentlemen.
Yes, vote question. I've plugged question 6 multiple times.
Well, it's my turn to plug question 6 because you got 2 homosexuals on the show now.
Oh, so does that mean you're going to have to come back?
Yeah.
We're going to have to bring you back. I think we should bring Mike back. I liked Mike.
You go fuck yourself.
I liked Mike too. I think you got very tooty.
Oh.
I'm tired.
No, but I liked Ben too. So Ben will be back.
You were
well,
so
Ben wants to
hyper.
be on the cats and dogs episode, right? So yeah, tune
We
in.
are not going to talk about how dogs are better than cats. Thank you very much.
Okay, well, we're not going to get into that because we're going to save that for Wednesday. But definitely tune in to the
Then we have
cats
to
and
get like a
dogs
5th
episode.
mic.
I have
That's
a million
true.
mics at home for Guitar Hero.
Okay, good.
do you
So
really?
we'll get another one.
I have
How
like
many?
3.
You have 3?
I need to find them.
Do you?
Oh, that's
do
perfect.
you use them at all?
They sit there. My brother
Bring
broke the
him
guitar.
here. Bring him here, and then we could have like a massive.
We can have
podcast.
so
could
many.
have a
well, you can
podcast
only have up
orgy.
to 8 on GarageBand.
Didn't you say because you had the you were at the filmmakers podcast and you
Yeah.
said 8 people got too chaotic?
It does. It gets a little too much, I think. I'd say probably 5 to 6 is the
5 to
most.
6.
5
That's
to 6
good.
is the most.
That's not bad.
So I think this was pretty cool that you guys just threw this together spur of the moment.
I did. So this is so. If you guys like P3E Extra, tell us about it. Or if you say, "Oh, this fucking sucked," I mean, you guys didn't talk about fucking anything. Or if you liked it, talk about it. Tell us.
We
Give us
appreciate
feedback.
ratings. We appreciate
We
ratings.
do, and like our Facebook page if you haven't already to stay
Are people
up to
allowed
date
to
with
personally
P3E
friend
news.
you?
Yeah,
Or do
if
you
you, well, if you message me and say, "Hey, I listened to the show," because if you don't,
I think
if you don't,
let's just get this straight. I think so far our audience is people that we legitimately know.
yeah, but
So-
if you're someone that we don't know directly though, and you do want to friend us, just send us off a little message.
Send us
on
a
Facebook.
message.
Because if not, I'm not going to friend you because I don't friend random people I don't know. But if you
How many
listen to the
friends do you
show,
have on
then
Facebook?
I maybe 200.
200.
That's a
Do
lie,
you know
Angela.
all of them?
Well, I don't know them as much as I know
I have
you, for example.
754 friends on Facebook.
I
my
know.
God.
It's not that I know them. It's that I at least met them in person at least once. Or if I didn't meet them in person, they're people that other people I know. But it's not like they're just random people on the internet. Let's put it
So
that way.
basically, if you don't know us personally and you want to be a friend of Angel's on Facebook, you have to meet him personally. 1000 Hilltop Circle, Baltimore, Maryland.
Excuse you, why are you giving out that personal information?
now we're
because
just
I
gonna
don't
get
want
the
my
song.
boyfriend
Well,
raped.
1000 is just the address of the university. They have no
Yeah,
idea where
they
the
don't know
dorm
where it
is. They don't know where Patapsco Hall, East Wing, room 327 is.
Yeah,
I think
they
you
don't
just
know
need
where
to
that
shut
is.
up. But I've had fun just
I thought it was fun.
listening to you guys do
was
this.
good.
and-
This was good. I liked this.
Just to correct what I mentioned earlier, it's Friendship is Magic is put together by Lauren Faust, who's the daughter or wife of Craig McCracken, not Genny Schwartzowski.
Okay. Good thing we got that cleared up.
I'm just worried that you're gonna get some fans writing in saying,
How dare you?
"How dare you? This is."
That's going to be Jesse, basically, if we didn't
God.
correct.
Great span with dislikes by bronies.
Yes.
Brony fans.
We like bronies. We love them.
I'm
but we
adamant.
hate-
I'm apathetic to
We
it.
hate vegans. That's the
Oh
cutoff.
man. Oh shit.
Hate
You're
the
putting
vegans.
it out there, man.
Except for Scott's sister. Scott's sister's cool. Amy, if you're out there, we love you.
And Jesse, we love Jesse.
We love Jesse.
Yes.
We don't
So,
hate Jesse.
Jesse, you're sexy. I love you.
We're pandering to Jesse so much because it's like, you sent us mean messages. Now we're going to be nice to you.
Who else do we love?
Are we going to do it? We already did the shout out in the last episode.
We already. Yeah, we're good. We're good.
I love you, Angelo.
Love you, Benny.
Gay.
All right.
Moist.
So we'll check you out next week and maybe even have another extra episode.
Bye.
And this is P3E
Bye.
signing off.